This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down. I'm too fly. This is my
Welcome
time.
to episode 6 of the Physician Wealth Framework series, Designing Your Own Financial Game Board. Let me tell you something most doctors don't hear from their CPA, their advisor, or even their peers. You don't need a financial plan. You need a financial game board. A plan is something you're handed. A game board is something you design. It's visual, strategic, adaptable. It helps you track the moves that actually matter, like cash flow, equity, ownership, and leverage. In this episode, I'll show you how to create your own financial game board, just like the wealthiest families and physicians do. You'll walk away with a clear map of where you are, what levers you can pull, and what's missing between you and real freedom. Now let's build it together. Here's the problem with most doctors' finances. It's a scattered mix of income statements, retirement accounts, real estate, maybe some insurance stuff, a few deals from friends, and a financial advisor who emails quarterly. It's all disconnected. You've got pieces, but no board. And that means you don't know what your real passive income is. You don't know which lever to pull next. You don't know how close or far you are from optionality. Let me ask you this. If you don't know the score, how do you know you're winning? Wealthy families always know what they're solving for, what their top 3 KPIs are, what their next capital allocation move is. It's all laid out. That's the power of a game board. So let's walk through how to build it. Grab a sheet of paper or your iPad, draw a big square. That's your board. Now divide it into these 5 zones, one for each category. Number 1, cash flow engines. List everything that produces monthly income, clinical or non-clinical. Your job or practice income, real estate cash flow, business distributions, passive deal income, and digital income. What is your total monthly passive income right now? This number tells you how close you are to freedom. Number 2, equity holdings. What assets are you building ownership in? Is it real estate, medical practice shares, private companies, equity from sweat or capital? Not all equity pays cash now, but it's what creates freedom. Not all equity pays cash now, but it's what creates future leverage. Which assets have real upside potential? Number 3 is dry powder and deployable capital. How much do you have ready to invest? This includes cash, liquidity in brokerage accounts, home equity lines of credit, unused capital in your LLC, and funds that are not quite in a deal. This is the fuel you'll use to grow the game. Number 4, structures and strategy. This is the infrastructure the wealthy obsess over. Do you have entities set up? Are you optimizing for taxes? Do you have a revocable trust or holding company? Do you review your deal flow quarterly? If you want to play like an investor, you need to think like one. And number 5, freedom timeline. Let's make this real, not vague. Step 1, define your monthly freedom number. Ask yourself, if I never had to work again, how much monthly income would cover my core lifestyle plus a margin of joy? For most physicians, that number is roughly around $15,000 to $25,000 per month. Let's say yours is $20,000 a month. Step 2, measure your current passive income. That is your real estate cash flow. Say it's $3,000 a month. Syndication distributions, call it $1,500 a month. Business or side income, $2,000 a month. So that totals up to $6,500 a month. So your freedom gap is the $20,000 expenses and a little bit of fund money. So $20,000 minus the $6,500 that you're making in passive income, and that equals about $13,500 a month. All right, so step 3, set your freedom timeline goal. How long do I want to take to close that $13,500 monthly gap? Examples. Your timeline is 3 years, so you need $3,750 per year or $310 per month. And for this example, it may be a new rental. It may be a new rental plus a syndication and business income. If your timeline is 5 years, then that math is $2,700 per year or $225 per month. And that may be a conservative cash flow ramp up. And if it's 10 years, then you only need $1,350 per year or $110 per month increase in cash flow. And that may be long-term compound strategy to get you there. Now, you're not just guessing. You've got a scoreboard, so you got to write this stuff down. And you can check progress every quarter and ask yourself, am I closing the gap fast enough? What is stalling me? And which lever gets me closest next? Freedom is not a dollar number, it's a timeline. And when you reverse engineer it like this, you move from fantasy to formula. All right, so how do you use your game board? Now that your game board is mapped out, here's how to use it. This is not a static document. It's a dashboard. Review it every 90 days or less and ask yourself, what's working? What's stuck? What capital do I need to deploy? Which relationships can help me move faster? You can even color code it. Red means it needs more focus. Yellow means it's in motion. And green means I'm on track or it's performing. Wealthy people constantly adjust their allocation because they have a living system. You can't win a game you're not measuring. So after talking to many doctors, here are the 3 most common blind spots. Number 1, no passive income. Their income is high, but it all comes from labor, working to make that money. So the goal would be to add 1 new income producing asset this quarter. Number 2, they don't have any deal review system. They see deals, but they don't track or vet them strategically. The goal would be to build a basic deal dashboard to compare cash flow, risk, tax benefits, and timeline. Use the Doctors Investor Club AI tools that we have on the website to help with due diligence and analyzing deals. Number 3, they don't have any infrastructure. They've got investments, but everything's in their personal name or in an ad hoc way. So the goal would be to set up entities or trusts for liability protection and tax strategy. All right, so here's the shift I want you to walk away with on this episode. Most physicians inherit a plan. Wealthy physicians design a board. This game board gives you clarity, control, and momentum. In episode 7, we're going to go deeper into the cash flow levers you can add to this board, the exact strategies wealthy physicians use to replace clinical income and buy back their time. This is the Physician Wealth Framework series brought to you by Doctors Investor Club. Let's get out of the default mode and start designing your wealth on purpose. See you in the next episode.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down. I'm too fly. This is my time.